Okay. Hey y'all, it's your girl Jakarian. And I'm back. With another video. Okay, so I'm sure by the title you guys can tell what this is going to be about. It's going to be my truth. It's going to be me saying how I feel, responding, any of that, all of that. We just going to get this done in one video because, you know, part 3 is dropping today and she's probably going to drop part 4 either 2 days or the next day afterwards. So I might as well just say my truth as a whole and everything that transpired. First, I want to give a disclaimer. My disclaimer is that y'all, when I filmed this, I was only 20 years old. I'm an adolescent. This was my first time doing something like this. And you know what? I am grateful that at this age I went through something like this because it's going to help me in my adult years as I turn into this young adult, as I get to be a full grown-ass adult, you know? So I will say I am very thankful for this opportunity because it definitely showed me things about myself that I could work on and improve on for the future. And you know, just how to next time better protect my own image, you know, because you guys don't know me. I'm sorry, that's my boss. You guys don't know me. You guys don't know where I come from. You guys don't know anything about me. All you guys know is what you see through the screen or what I tell you or what I give or show you, you know. So I did want to say that, and then I guess we're gonna go deep into the video. I will say it might be a little bit all over the place because I am doing this from the top of my head, you know. So yeah. So first off, I would like to say that I have no beef with any of the girls. No beef at all. There's nothing. Anything that happened at the reunion, so forth and so on before, I left it on the stage and that was it, and I said what I said and it was left there. There was no need to keep taking it into our everyday lives, you know, keep on doing it over and over again. No, this is just for me to speak my truth. So going from the beginning, when I first got there, you know, we were all, honestly, between all of us and the 14 girls, we were all definitely kindling friendships, you know. We didn't walk into the house being like, oh, this is a competition. Oh, I feel like she's competition. I feel like she's competition. I feel like she's competition. No, we walked into that house like, this is a good opportunity. We're going on somebody that is our idol's platform. Like, to be honest, we all shitting bricks and trying to find friends to be comfortable and calm down the anxiety that's pumping through our veins and things of that nature. I know for certain, that was definitely how I felt. I was definitely, my anxiety was through the roof. And then on top of that, I only came there really knowing, and not even fully knowing yet, but really knowing Momo and Zizi. That's all. Those are the only 2 people that I knew. So it was like, okay, I don't know the rest of these girls. I don't know how they're gonna be. I don't know what's gonna be their true intent at the end of the day. I don't know anything other than what's going on right now. And I'm sorry for the background. I am outside on my deck because I wanted to give you guys a new scenery, if you guys saw on my Instagram. But all around me, they are building houses. So if you guys can hear that, I am so sorry. I will try to play music over it. I will try my hardest. But yeah, I just wanted to come outside, be somewhere free, let my thoughts flow. Okay, but yes, that is how we all came into the house. We really came into the house making friends. And I know everybody saw it in the first episode, you know, presents were brought. It was Carmen's birthday, you know. And as challenges ricocheted and things happened, that's when competition mode started to set in. Now, I will say, when I did walk into the house, I never forgot that it was a competition. Never one time did that ever leave my mind at all. But could I sit there and make relationships outside of what we were doing? Yes, I could, and I knew how to separate the 2. So we're gonna fast forward and we're gonna go to, I think it's episode 5 where me and Tardy talk after the episode. So what happened with that episode was, you know, we had to act out, we had to use a prop, and we had to come up with a prank. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't know how to prank nobody. I was fairly new to YouTube. I'm fairly new to cameras. Like, I've never had a camera in my face all day. I've never even reacted. I made a prank video. So in my head, when she brought the pranks out, even before, brought the props out, even before that, I'm literally sitting there shitting bricks. Like, shitting bricks, because in my head, you said, we gotta create a prank video for you. I ain't no damn actor. Not for real. Down in my damn head, I'm not one. So I don't know what the hell I'm finna do. So then she brings the box out, and then I promise you guys, I'm like literally screaming in my head when I see that box, because it's like, what am I gonna do? Then my every time I was nervous or had anxiety, my brain is empty. So at that point, I did not know a damn thing I wanted to do. I didn't know what to grab out that box. I didn't know what to do. So I think I grabbed some like black chalk or black makeup, and that was it. And then, you know, she gave us the time to go plot. So I went to the back, and at this time, you know, there's no Momo, there's no Zizi. And like I just told you guys, those were the two relationships that were pretty much the closest to me, because those are the only people that I really knew outside of the boot camp, you know, kindling a friendship and everything. So I went back to the room, and you know, at the time, I believe it was a couple people in there, but I saw Tardy by herself. So I'm like, you know, everybody's partnering up, getting a partner, so maybe I could go partner up with her, and maybe she can give me a good idea, or maybe we can bounce back off of each other. So we talked, you know, she told me, you know, I do want to do this, you know, kind of by myself, just to show what I have. And I understood that, and I was like, okay, sis, I got you. Do you, do you have any ideas you can give me? Because my brain is blank. I'm nervous. I've never did anything like this before, and I don't even have an idea. And I don't want to get up there and look like a fool, you know? And she was like, yeah, I got you, you know. What about, you know, you pretend like you're going to the army or something? And I was like, boom. Because ain't nobody doing that. Everybody's pretty much doing, you know, I got beat up, this or that. Ain't nobody doing something like that. So I was like, boom, thank you so much. Now, would you, you know, and then I asked her, you know, would you want to be a part of my video, you know, because of course I'm going to need somebody. I'm going to need a prop. I can't be sitting there talking to myself, talking about I'm going to the army, you know. And I was like, yes, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you guys, my mind has so much going on right now. I'm trying to hit every key point in order as I possibly can. But, definitely, you know, so we conversed, we talked about it, whatever. We went down there, we did the acting, you know, it was all cool. At first, and I'm going to be completely honest with y'all, at first, I thought I did wonderful. I really didn't feel like, there was a time, like, I think in my prank where, you know, she had got up and she was doing more than me, and I was like, hold on, you know, and that was like my signal to, you know, like, okay, let me get up and do this, because you taking my extra part, you know. But at first, I did not feel like, you know, I was being outshined. I really didn't feel like that at first. I only felt like that after the fact when Carmen brought us back down to go through to show us how to properly do a prank, you know, to show us where our weaknesses and our strengths were. And, you know, she literally said it out her mouth. She was like, and then you guys did some prank videos, and you let other people take over your prank and outshine you. And at that point, you know, I felt like she was talking to me only for that one moment. I felt like she was talking to me, and I was like, damn, like, you know, that's a little harsh. And I'm really not trying to go home today. I don't want to. This is not what I came here for, you know, like, and then I'm fairly new to pranks, so damn, like, so instantly I was just completely sad. So I ended up going up to Kat, and I told her, like, dang, like, is there anything that I can do or say? Like, can I talk to Carmen? Because I feel highly uncomfortable. I feel like she was directly talking to me when she said, don't let people outshine you. You know, because at that time, I hadn't seen everybody else's prank. You know, everybody was down there doing their own thing, and we saw them in the video just like you guys did. You know, so I did not know that she could be talking to more than, you know, everybody else. And at the time, you know, when I walked in there, I promise you guys, I was only focused on myself. I did this for myself. I felt like God put me there. I felt like God was telling me to go. I felt like God was like, you know, if you really want to do YouTube, if this is what you really want, you're going to put yourself out there, and you're going to see what you can receive back. Do this for you. Do this for people that say that you weren't going to do anything. Do this for people that said that you couldn't amount to anything. You know, let's prove them wrong. So, yeah. And then going back to what I was saying, back to the prank. I'm sorry. I told y'all it's going to be a little scrambled. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I talked to her, and, you know, she was like, okay, so, she, like, left me for a second because she was like, I truly understand, you know, you seem very sad, you know, you seem highly upset about it. And I was like, I kind of am, because it's kind of like, dang, I don't want to go home on somebody else's dime, you know, like, dang, I almost want a second chance, like, I don't want to go home on somebody else's dime. So then what happened was, you know, she took a moment and then she came back to me and she was like, okay, we're gonna have you and Dari talk about this on camera. So the first thing that came to my mind, because for me, I'm gonna be honest, at times it was very hard to separate reality from camera. Like, when am I supposed to be, when do you guys want me to be a character, and when do you guys want me to be myself? Because 99.9% of the time I was just me, unless told to do otherwise. This was really me. This is really me. Like, all of this was really me, except for when I was told to do otherwise. So, you know, she was like, I'm gonna put you guys on camera and you guys can talk about it. So my first thing in my head was, you know, especially, well, not especially because of anything, but the first thing that ran through my mind is, no, you guys are gonna try to make us look messy. This is about to be messy. You guys think that I want to go off on this girl or something like this, but no, that's not even my problem. That's not even my intent. So I went up to Tardy and I pulled her to the side before we could even make it to those cameras, and I told her, you know, this is how I felt about the prank. You know, they want us to talk about it on camera. I don't want to do no messy shit. I don't want no fake shit. You know, let's just be real. You know, I come to you and tell you this because, you know, I didn't want them to bring the camera to you first. And I don't know if you would have responded the same way as me, because, you know, when she brought it to me, I'm thinking like, okay, y'all want us to get into it, start an argument, be messy with each other, and there's no reason to, because I'm not even that type of person. If I have a problem, I will address my problem. I've always been like that. There's no need to amplify the situation and make it blow up as such for no reason. So we did, and then when we got on camera, we shared how we felt. You know, that was honesty between both of us. It was just that, you know, I just wanted to clear the air with her that no, there's no animosity, and, you know, I don't hate your guts, and no, I don't want to fight about it, and, you know, like, we don't need to be sitting there acting like we dislike each other, you know, because it's not like that. We're just communicating how we feel, you know. So after that, we're gonna fast forward. Then it turns into the next scene with the diary thing, you know, with who we wrote in our books and stuff, and how they were attacking us. And, you know, during the cleaning scene, it's been touched on in numerous videos of how, you know, even in the reunion, of how, you know, some may felt like the argument was done between me and Tardy or whatever. But again, like I said, I was being myself, and that was it, and that was all. So when I was upstairs and I was cleaning and I had washed the dishes and stuff, I put them on a towel to dry, you know, because they have to dry off before they go in the cabinet. And then I was moving around, doing the floor, doing the table, went into the bathroom, you know, because I didn't want to be downstairs with the other girls, because it was just way too many of us to be congested in one area. So I just took myself upstairs and was like, I'm a mind my business, because they want the whole house clean anyways. And then as less people could come from downstairs, I'll go into our room and do whatever is left over, you know. That's just how I was going to move about it. So, you know, I came into the kitchen, and then I realized I had saw her washing the dishes. So my first thing was, I got offended, because if you, okay, I'm going to ask y'all to put yourselves in my shoes. If you just got done cleaning up something and got done washing something down, and you know how you clean, and somebody comes right behind you and is doing the same thing that you did, would you take offense? Would you feel some type of way? And I just want to reiterate that. Would you feel some type of way? You would. You would. Because you know how you clean, and you know it ain't shit on those dishes, you know. And I guess the argument is that she was just drying the dishes. And, you know, at the end of the day, had she had just been drying the dishes, I would have had no problem at all. There was no reason to. But I voiced my opinion because I personally got offended. You know, if somebody else was in my shoes, you would have personally got offended, and maybe you wouldn't have said something. That's you. I'm different. I'm going to speak on how I feel when it affects me, you know? And I believe, I don't know whether to call her Dari, Tardy, or I am ambitious, because I know everybody's real names, the BootCamp names and everything else, but I'm just going with Tardy. So, you know, and I believe Tardy even put it in her videos that it was addressed, you know, and I believe in Brace's video, she said that, you know, a lot of people were, you know, they had just brought up the situation, when no, I addressed it on camera. You know, it was addressed in that moment. And another thing that I wanted to touch on that Braces was saying was that, you know, I said that when I had said what I said at the reunion, I said that I did not like her. Like, here's why I did not like her. I did not say anything like that, because I just didn't say that. So what I said was, this is what bothered me about Tardy, and I'm going to tell y'all why I even brought it up in the reunion. Because I knew what I had said on camera, and mind you guys, we had not seen the video, so we don't know what they're going to keep and what they're not going to keep. So me being me, I'm like, I know I had something to say to this girl in this episode, and I'm not finna sit up here and act like I didn't when that happened. So I reiterated it, knowing that I had said something in the video, you know? Because I didn't want nobody coming for me saying, oh, you know, you could say that over the camera, but when it was at the reunion and she was sitting behind you, you didn't have shit to say. Like, no, I'm going to say everything that bothered me, everything that I may have had a problem with at that moment, and I'm going to clear it and I'm going to justify the situation. And like I said, irregardless of what anybody felt about it being a stupid situation or anything, you can't understand until you're really in my position. If somebody would have did that, I feel like anybody would have felt like, damn, like, why are you doing that? I literally just did that. But you know, if she was just drying the dishes, power to her. Thank you for helping me out. That would have been my energy, but I saw her washing them. So it was kind of like, damn, what you trying to fucking say? Because I'm getting highly motherfucking offended, and I've been minding my business. And mind you, me and Tardy never had really any animosity or anything like that in the house, you know? At all. Even since day one. She even asked me, you know, after they asked about, after what was said, the first elimination, she asked me, you know, do you agree with Carmen and Kat? And I told her, you know, yes, I do, because sometimes you're like this and sometimes you're like this. Just be you. And if extra is you, be extra. And stop letting everybody phase you. Just be you. Because when you go back between being you and then trying to please them, it gives us all this very confused thinking about each other. Like, we get confused as to, okay, really, who is Tardy? You know? So yeah, I just definitely wanted to touch on there and clear the air. What's another thing? Gonna ricochet down. Going back to the diaries, you know, because that was after we had cleaned the house. You know, they definitely did put a lot of animosity on the air when they were saying what they were saying, and 4 people had to go home, and how it was this and that, and how you better write 4 names in that damn book or you going home yourself. So, you know, not everybody wrote about everybody in their books, and you know, that's cool. But as I was thinking about it, I was like, look, I ain't trying to go home, and you know, anything that I said, I can definitely reiterate for you. There's no problem, because at the end of the day, anything that I said, even if I said it behind your back, I promise you I can say it to your face. And a lot of these girls definitely know that about me. There's no shame in my game, okay? There's none at all, because I know what I do, I know what I say, I know my reasons behind everything. Anything I said or did, I can reiterate. So, and then the fact that they were saying that people were going back to production, that kind of made it worse, because I'm like, whoa! You know, since when did situations get that deep? But then to find out after everything that was said and done, after, you know, and I don't believe anybody was jealous. Well, yeah, I don't believe anybody was jealous or necessarily had malicious intent. No, I do not believe that at all, because I know I wasn't jealous and I had no malicious intent. Shit, I know when I wrote my book, I think my book is upstairs. I don't exactly know where it was, or I would read it to y'all. When I even wrote my book and they even said it, I was gonna say what I did first. Let me clear the air of things that I said, you know, before anybody can say anything to me, because I know what I said, and like I said, I can reiterate it for you. So I definitely said that before I even started putting anybody in my book, and I definitely did write 4 names in my book, because I was just doing what I was told to do, because at the end of the day, it was a competition, and what I was trying to do was I was trying to win. And like I even said in my interview, honestly, you know, we are all beautiful women. We all have different personalities. We all were very different. We were all unique in our own way. But when I came there for me. So that being said, I definitely wasn't sitting there studying anybody else, you know, or trying to compare myself to anybody else, other than just being me. And then, you know, that day, I promise you guys, I learned a lot. I learned a lot that day, because even after that, we also got sit down and we were talking about our niches. And you know, I even said this in my interview, I had similar feelings to braids. I wanted to give 305 my position too, because when I sat there and we had a conversation, you know, off cameras about our niches and stuff, what was told to me is that I didn't have a niche and I needed to find one. So it was kind of like, then what am I here for? Because if I don't have a niche, Like, I couldn't, well, my problem was I really couldn't narrow myself down into one category. I could not do it there, because for me, I'm a multi-talented person and I have a lot of strengths. So that wasn't working for me. So I was just sitting there like, what now? What now? Because, you know, 305, she's very established. She posted, she's very consistent, you know. She has that energy. She'll bring it for you, you know. So then at that point, I was like, Carmen, maybe you really did make the wrong decision, for real, because, and you really did let a good one look, because I don't even have a niche, and I don't even know much about the YouTube world. I'm literally still learning as the days go, literally, like having to look up everything. So I don't know pretty much anything. So I really felt down. But then, you know, God was talking to me, my mama was talking to me, and at that point I was like, you know what, I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. So whatever reason they kept me for is whatever reason they kept me for, because they knew I didn't have a ditch then, you know, just keeping it real. So then we're gonna go into trickle, couple episodes. Y'all, I'm trying to think as I go. I'm really trying to think as I go. We go to the reunion. Let's talk about it. Now, I would say for me, why I was such on 10, and watching it back, it's very cringing, because nobody deserves to be singled out and nobody deserves to be picked on. And as everybody said, Tardy was very strong. She held her ground on many occasions. Even if she did cry, or maybe she had to say something about her past that connected to what she was going through in that moment, she definitely stood her ground and stood 10 toes down, no matter who was attacking her and no matter what nobody else had to say about her, you know. And for her to be ganged up on like that and still be strong enough and still be able to pass around positivity and not have to get too deep, you know, I definitely respect her for that. I definitely do, and I commend her a lot. What was I getting into? But as far as the reunion, first I'll say that when I was coming, me and Tardy, something happened to where it was just some word on the block saying that I was talking this or that, and it was coming from her. So me, when I came to the reunion, I definitely came on 10. Everybody, when I tell you, everybody knew I was coming on 10, because for the reason of, this is the only reason I came on 10 and was feeling that way towards Dari, because I did tell you guys in this video already that, you know, during the house, we never really had any like bad blood or anything like that. It was never like that between us. But, you know, what was I saying? I'm trying to get back to what I was saying. My mind is like spinning, guys. I have so much going on in it. Damn. I need to stop interrupting myself. Oh yeah, there was some behind the scene things that happened and it made me feel some type of way. So I ended up coming there on 10 because it was like, first of all, one person I knew and they knew me, so they knew it was bullshit from the jump. But the other person didn't know me, and it was like, okay, since you're trying to make my first impression on people and then you're doing it with lies, I don't respect that. I don't like that. You know, like, I'm not for none of that. And the type of person that I am is when I get mad, I get big mad. There is no in between. I get big mad, and I might talk a little bit shit, but most of the time I want to fight about it. I really want to fight about it, because why would you do something like that? And me being the type of person that I am, I don't attack people. I don't go out my way looking for people. I don't do none of that. I don't have to talk shit about you. I don't even have to be worried about you. Like, so that just really offended me. And just knowing how we left the house, it was kind of like, why come for me? I didn't send for you. Why send for me? And then if you send for me, best believe I'm gonna come for you. So that was my intent, and that's why my actions were the way they were the entire reunion, because, you know, I definitely felt some type of way. At that point, I was like, damn, so is this like, are you like two people? Like, is this like a two-faced situation? Like, this is just how I felt at that moment. This isn't currently. Let me clear the air. This is not my current feeling. But that's just how I felt at that moment. Like, why would you do that? And then why are you coming for me? Like, what is it? What did I do to you to make you even try to put lies on my name? You know, that's just how I felt. So that's why my behavior was the way it was at the reunion. So then we'll jump into the reunion. And I will say I am going to touch on JJ's video, because she definitely did tell the truth in her video. Nothing she had to say was a lie. I will reiterate that for you guys one more time. Everything she said in her video was definitely the truth. None of it was a lie. And I definitely agree with her that because of our own frustrations, it made us super blind to see that it wasn't just us necessarily attacking her. It was literally like everybody attacking her. So it was when you are having your own frustrations and you are upset with somebody, you become very blind because you only care about your feelings. You only care what they did to you. At least that's how I feel, speaking for myself. I only care what happened, what may have happened, transpired between us, between me and you. I don't care what everybody else got to say or what was going on with them. I wanted to focus on what the problem was between me and you. Well, why? So that was definitely why I came there like that. And I will reiterate that, yes, there was truth in that we were definitely, there is nothing but truth in that we were definitely told to amp things up, to twist it up, and we were definitely told to amp things up, to twist it up. And I will say, you know, I guess it was put that way because I guess we were the final two, but, you know, I will say I do agree with the manipulation because a lot of us, you know, we didn't know what to expect. We thought one way of coming on this platform and then it became a whole different thing. And I will say, at points, I really do think everybody knew what they were doing, and they were definitely painting a narrative a certain way. They painted the show to be geared towards who the winner was going to be at the end of it. They painted the reunion as everybody necessarily, this is who everybody has a problem with type of thing. So I will say they did paint that narrative, and there was definitely a lot of manipulation. And if I was definitely not in my own feelings and not having my own issues, I definitely believe I would have realized something like that. But because I was so concerned about how I felt and so angry, there was nothing for me to see. I was blind to it all. And if I could redo it, actually, I live my life with no regrets. So if I could redo it, I wouldn't. But if we had a round two of it, it would definitely be different. It would definitely be different from the get-go. And like even JJ said in her video, I would 100% be myself and make sure I'm protecting my image at the end of the day. Because, you know, after this, we did really receive a lot of backlash. And I'm sure after episode 3 drops today, even more is coming. Everybody gonna be coming for our next. But we just wanted to put this out there so people know that, you know, we were giving the green light to do certain things. And you guys are gonna see that even I attacked Tardy. Let's touch on that. I was giving that skit, I was giving that role position to play to even do something like that. That wasn't, I told you guys I wanted to fight, but I wasn't going to fight her. You know, I had, you know, I even had talked to Carmen and told her how I felt, you know, and she was like, it's not even that deep to waste that type of energy to talk about it. And I said, okay, you know, I'm going to go about it that way, you know, but then I had got told, you know, charge her, make it seem like you're going to fight her, make it seem like you're going to beat her up, or make it seem like you're going to do something to her. So, me being me, I probably should have said no. I had every right to, where I could have said no, but I was just playing a part because me, what I was thinking about at that moment is, you know, you don't know what type of opportunities you're going to get from even being on this platform, being on this show, let alone the reunion. You never know if somebody else may see you and they may be like, dang, I like her, I need her to come act in one of my videos. You don't know what type of opportunities will arise from the situation. So that was my thought process when I did that, you know. So just clearing the air on that, you know. But then on top of that, I also was getting frustrated because it was kind of like, even when you guys are going to see the situation going to get brought up, and there was times that there was other situations, but of course they cropped them out, where, you know, it was said that we're not black, somebody said blah 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 blah, and they came out with the facts to say what they said. So when it came to her and I was like, well, you said I said this about blah 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 blah, what did I say? And when there was no response, that made me even more angrier, because it's like, see, this is me proving my point of like, did you just want to mess with me type of thing? But yeah, but that is in the past, you know. Maybe they also gave her a role to even, because I was getting told that maybe it could be for the show, but I just didn't know. And at that point, if it was for the show, I was just wanting her to say like, no, they told me to do this and that. But, you know, I don't know what the true intentions behind that motive was, but whatever, it's over with, it's done, life continues, life goes on. But yes, and as far as the bullying narrative and everything goes, I will say I don't believe anybody was jealous of anybody else. I don't believe, like I've said plenty of times, I don't believe anybody had malicious intent at all. I believe, this is hard to say because I'm about to contradict myself, because at some points I do feel like people were ganging up and attacking, you know, for no good reason, just wanting to be heard. But maybe that was them just like, I wasn't seen in the show, so now I'm going to be seen now. I want to be seen now at this moment, you know? So maybe that was where people's intent of being louder than what they were on the show happened in the reunion, because maybe they were like, I wasn't seen, and best believe today I'm gonna be seen. No matter what it is, I'm finna go for it. But you know, to each his own. I can't speak for anybody else. I can definitely only speak for myself as being undercover. And yeah, if there's anything else that I missed or need to touch on, I will definitely be making another video. Woo! And I will say that, you know, I don't have any bad blood towards Tardy. I don't think of any way towards her, you know. We really haven't really talked outside of if it was in the group chat. We haven't really conversed one-on-one, you know, about the show, or even, you know, opened up to one another about how we felt, because still I was just dealing with, you know, I just didn't want to reach out to her and rekindle a friendship and be, you know, all goody-goody if, you know, it was just going to turn into another situation like it turned in before. Grandma. But I just didn't want it to turn into one of those situations, because me being me, I take my friendship seriously, and if something like that was to happen again, there is no say to what limit or extent that I would have went, or how pissed off it would have made me the next time, I promise you, because at that point I would have felt like, damn. And then for me to go sit over there and be the big person, I just burnt myself again. But, you know, we are all adults. We have learned from the situation, and maybe at a later date in the future, me and Tardy will, you know, talk about it, or, you know, even dead the situation and maybe just say, fuck it, it was a show. What's up, sis? You know? But I will say, you know, I don't have a problem with her. I have no bad blood, you know, there's none of that at all. And I definitely wanted to tell her, why I was also making this video, to also let her know that, no, honey, I wasn't attacking you because I wanted to get up and go upside your head. I attacked you because that was a role I was giving to play, and I was just playing my role, you know? I'm sorry that everybody bashed you the way that they did, you know? I'm sorry that I was blind, because had I had not been blind to it and had my own animosity towards you, I definitely would have played the situation out differently and would have let everybody attack you in that way. I definitely would have had your back, and I'm sorry that I didn't. I'm sorry that that happened to you. And I will say, you definitely are. You're a very strong, independent woman. Shit, you're a jack of all trades, just like me, sis. You know? But yeah. And I believe I dotted on my I's and crossed on my T's. There was a lot of manipulation throughout the show. I think I've already said that. You know, with us being all different age ranges, most of us ranging on the younger side of the age range, you know, everybody, they just knew what they were doing. They knew how to stir up the drama. They knew how to make people's feelings come out. They knew how to play with people's emotions. And at the end of the day, that's what happened. But I will say, we all do have to take credit within ourselves for even allowing them to even do that or have that type of control. Whether we knew or not, now we know, and we do have to accept responsibility for the things that we did. But I will say, and I will touch on this one more time, I was never bullying. I was definitely just handling my own business and my own personal problems. I was never bullying anybody. I'm not that type of person. I've suffered from a lot of bullying, so I would never do it to somebody else. I promise you on that. And that's on that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm just trying to think and make sure that there's nothing else, you know. And I believe I told you guys that when I was watching the video, but it is very cringy. And yes, like a lot of people said, it is very different when you're going through it and you're actually sitting there in person and you're reading the energy and you're reading everything in the room. Like, it's very different from now watching it back. It's just like, sis, I just did way too much. Some of the shit could have just been to a minimum. Like, irregardless if I was mad or had an issue or had my own dilemma, it really could have been held at a minimum. But it was definitely influenced. The narrative was painted to be the way that it was, and we were definitely, me and JJ were definitely given the roles to amp things up, act out of character, do whatever we had to do to turn it up, because we were getting called boring, you know. And I definitely was given the skit to attack her, and yeah, I've touched on everything. So this is me, this is Undercover. I kind of don't want to talk about much of anything that has to do with the show anymore, because again, this is shot 6 months ago. You know, and like I said, I've made that clear to everybody. Everything that I've said, I left it on the stage, and that was it, and that was all. There was no, didn't carry it. Have no hate in my heart towards anybody. Any one of these girls can call my phone. We can talk. We can do whatever. Like, there's no hate coming from me, baby. None of that. But yeah, this is my truth, and this is how I feel. And I will say I'm grateful for this experience, because it definitely showed me how to be and how to carry myself, and how to always protect my image and protect me, and how to always be responsible for the decisions that I decide to make, irregardless of anything else. So with that being said, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely comment videos that you guys want to see in the future. I made this video right now, but I will be still dropping my reaction videos to episode 8 and episode 9. And as far as the reunion, if there's anything else that comes out or anything else that I feel like I need to say, I will definitely be making another video. But as far as that, you guys will be receiving 2 more videos that has to do with Carmen's bootcamp. Otherwise, this is just going to go back to my platform, because yeah, I'm done. It's over with. It happened a long time ago, and it's time to live life. 2021 has already started, baby, and for me, it's been going well. So I don't want to rain on that parade. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. And don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell her friend, to tell his friend, to tell their friend to come join the party. Because I definitely have more videos coming up for you guys. And yeah, I'm excited for where my YouTube journey, away from Carmen's bootcamp, where my YouTube journey will be taking me. So I hope you guys stay tuned and stay along for the ride, and just stay along and get to know. Matter of fact, subscribe to all the ladies' channels and get to know us as people, because I think that's what everybody now wants to use their platform for. We're trying to influence. We're trying to be about women's empowerment. But like, we're really trying to do that. Nothing more, nothing less. No bashing. We don't want to be about that. You know, like, please take the time to get to know me, get to know JJ, get to know Tardy, get to know everybody, get to know all of us for exactly who we are, and not for the show. Because again, some of these things were definitely for entertainment purposes. They weren't necessarily us at all. And yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys later. Stay tuned, because like I told you, the other reaction videos and everything, I feel like I just keep repeating myself and blah 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 blah. But yeah, y'all, I love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, comment down below, let me see what you want to see next, and like it up. Let's run it up, because I'm ready if y'all are. Y'all ready? I'm ready. And let's get the support going, baby. That's it, and that's mother freaking all. I'll see you guys later.